Hi, I'm Sam Meredith, and on this first trading day of the week, we're taking a look at the German economy as the country reacts to the no vote in the Greek referendum. Joining me to discuss this is economist with FocusEconomics, Teresa Kersting. Firstly though, German factory orders data released this morning has shown a contraction of minus 0.2%. As a leading indicator for production for Europe's largest economy, how significant is this for German manufacturing?
May's moderate contraction in Germany factory orders is no reason for concern for German manufacturing. The drop in the typically volatile index rather reflects a technical correction following two consecutive months of strong gains. April's growth rate was revised up sharply to 2.2%, which represents the strongest increase since January. And the less volatile 2 months comparison shows that German factory order growth actually accelerated in the April-May period compared to the 2 previous months. In May, domestic new orders decreased 0.6% over the previous months, which nonetheless was a smaller contraction than April's 2% drop, showing that domestic bookings are picking up. Demand from abroad rose 0.2%, reflecting that increasing orders from countries outside the Eurozone more than compensated for shrinking orders from the Euro area. However, as orders from the Euro area recorded significant gains in the 2 previous months, May's drop also rather constitutes a correction than any change in fundamentals. Overall, May's reading indicates that demand from abroad was strong and domestic demand improved somewhat, and combined data for April and May painted a rather positive picture for German manufacturing.
Following Greece's no vote in the referendum on Sunday, Germany's economic minister, Sigmar Gabriel, commented that Cyprus has torn down the last bridges on which Greece and Europe could have moved towards a compromise. What does this mean for Germany as Greece now return to the negotiating table?
At this point, it is still hard to tell which will be the consequences of the negative referendum for Germany, as they will depend on the outcome of the negotiations among Greece and its international creditors that resume today. However, the political consequences are likely to be more challenging than the economic ones for Germany and also for Europe. The economic consequences will depend on whether or not Greece, its creditors and the European Central Bank will be able to reach agreements to solve the Greek bank's liquidity problems and on the terms of a potential third bailout. The negative referendum is largely expected to make reaching any agreement less likely and thus increases the probability that Greece will not be able to pay back its debt to its creditors or that it will eventually end its Eurozone membership. However, the direct economic impact on Germany is likely to be relatively limited, as the German economy stands on a strong footing and only a small fraction of total German exports are shipped to Greece. Should Greece not be able to meet its repayment obligations, Germany would certainly have to write off a part or all of its claims. Nevertheless, this would not put Germany's fiscal accounts too much under pressure, as repayments were planned for a later stage, starting in 2020. Germany's finance minister Schäuble repeatedly noted that even in the case of a Grexit, Germany would still be able to meet its target of achieving a balanced budget through the next years.
Lastly for today, with industrial production data released tomorrow, which other key indicators can traders and analysts be looking out for in regards to the German economy?
Besides tomorrow's release of May's production index in industry, the release of May's foreign trade data on Thursday will be the key event of this week. While industrial production was subdued from January to March, it registered a notable rebound in April. And this morning's release on May's factory orders suggests that industrial production in May will have expanded at a mild pace, continuing April's recovery. Germany's external sector performed strong in April, with exports increasing 2% and imports recording a mild drop. April's rise in exports and contraction in imports pushed Germany's 12-month trade surplus to yet another all-time record high. Nonetheless, for May, exports are expected to have registered a slight contraction, reversing the trend of the last 3 months.
Thank you, Teresa. Be sure to check back with Dugoscopy for more updates throughout the week. Goodbye for now.